Hello, everyone. If you're a driver, you're not making the money that you want to make doing rideshare, or you're not falling behind, you're just building. In the beginning, when I started doing rideshare many moons ago, um, I made decent money in the beginning, but I wasn't meeting the metrics that I set for myself. And the main one of the reasons was due to I wasn't driving enough. Now, depending on where you're at in the country, preferably in the United States, your location plays a vital role into the customers you have and how much money you can possibly make. What also plays a vital role is how many hours you drive. Now, I'll give this example. Let's say you live in San Francisco, California, and you're a rideshare driver. You live like deep in the city. You have a chance to make a lot of money in a 2 hour period because there's a lot of individuals in that area. And it's usually busy from the research I've done. Again, I've traveled to San Fran once, but I never lived out there. But you all can speak on that in the comments. Anyone out there that lives out there, you all can tell me how it is when you do rideshare. When you do it for 2 hours, can you make a good bit of money? My hypothesis is that it is possible. Now, I know in Texas, in the DFW area, you can make a good amount of money, but it also depends on what level you're at. Like are you just starting out? Have you been driving for a while? How you been driving enough, excuse me, where you could build your own clientele. Now for me, when I was doing it in the beginning, I was driving, I believe like 3 to 4 hours in the beginning, like the first 7 to 10 days. And I was making decent money. I will admit, I was making decent money at this time. I didn't have the lay of the land, meaning I did not know what I know now. I didn't know that I need to drive at a certain time. I didn't know that it was going to be more than I anticipated driving. But in the beginning, I thought I was falling behind. And one of you all, or a few of you all, can be out there currently in the same situation. And I just want to tell you, you're just building because it is a process, believe it or not. Even if you're just driving to your airport, um, you have to gauge what time of day you're going. Like I know in the DFW area, around 6 in the morning, 183 is packed. So you jump on 183, which is your route getting to the airport. You're gonna get caught in an abundance of traffic. However, I'm also aware that there's back roads that I can take to get to my destination. Just little things like that. I know some of you all out there may say, well, hey, that's no big deal. If I got to be in traffic is nothing. Yeah, you say that. Morning traffic, at least in the DFW area, morning traffic and afternoon traffic after the Cowboys play on a night game, or the Dallas Stars, or a country singer performs downtown in Dallas, let's say like a Garth Brooks, it's going to be heavy traffic. And that's not even taking into account the individuals that can't drive and anyone that lives there know that in the DFW area, there's always construction going on. So the solution for me, as it is for you, was to drive more hours. And once I drove more hours and I had an overstanding on what my goals were, I started doing more hours started conversing with more customers, and I started to understand where to go for guaranteed money. So let's say in a 12-hour time span, I did go all around, but I went to the airport a lot. So one thing I did was I set my app to take me to the airport. And then as I picked up the passenger and took them to their destination, on the way back, I still had it set for the airport, but I also had the app set for me to pick up individuals going towards the airport. So they didn't necessarily have to be going to the airport, but as long as they were going in the direction that would keep me, in flow in what I wanted to do. Now, that building part, it's a lot that goes with that, meaning building the stamina to drive 12 hours straight, the stamina to deal with the things that are out of your control, car accidents, weather occurring at any whims of the day, even though you checked the report and the meteorologist said one thing and something else happened. Or it may take you a while to get a passenger to come to you. And then if that a passenger that is paying a decent amount. Also, when you are doing it for a while, you also learn the peak hours. You learn how the apps work as far as you get bonuses for driving at certain times a day. But the old adage never fails. Early bird gets the worm. You all can best believe that to be true. Though I haven't done rideshare in a long time, that is true. And if anyone thinks I'm lying, just think about when you get up for work. If you're a morning person, because you have to be a morning person, not because you enjoy being a morning person. When you get up at 6 a.m., the road is usually packed. People are usually up. People have places to get to. So again, it's all a process. So if you just started out driving for rideshare, or you've been driving for about 7 to 10 days, don't lose hope if you're not making the money that you don't want to make. Just stick to it. You're just building your miles. You're building your endurance to deal with different personalities. Even if you're a people's person, definitely if you're an introvert, you definitely have to get used to individuals getting in your car, not knowing what's what. And I would just continue to suggest, be open to all people, communicate if the passenger want to talk, and then try to build some rapport before you get the client to their destination. Because if so, they can refer you to someone, or they can enjoy your driving to the point in your personality that they want you to take them to another location at a different time. And he or she will give you their phone number, or you all will just exchange contact information, whatever way you as the driver see fit, and you will make it happen. And that will make your experience totally different. You start out having to wait on the app, and then you progress to where you have a Rolodex of folks that you don't even have to cut the app on, and you're still making good money. And in fact, a lot of them will even offer to pay you cash. I know because I experienced this when I was doing rideshare. So yes, I want to thank you all for checking out this video. You all continue to have a great day, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.